All right, we're going to be looking at Alphana right here based on a recommendation to go ahead and check this software out. So we'll be looking at that in a second, but what I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know is that Minvo right here, if you're a Plus member, right, that's a $99 per year membership. But they did come back for a last call for 3 days while making this video. There's 2 days left. I mean, they got almost 300 reviews and like a 4.5 star. If you don't want to pay for Opus Clip, you have to actually continue paying for that. And you want to go in and invest in a software that basically chops up your videos and makes them into clips, and it has a full-blown video editor and all that stuff. This is the best Opus Clip alternative that I have seen. So you might want to go. I know that a lot of you were like wondering if Minvo is going to come back. I even tried to reach out and see, hey, is Minvo coming back? This is an opportunity. And this might be one of those softwares where if you really are doing a lot of videos and you're planning, or maybe you're planning on starting an agency where you're doing this for companies and stuff like that, this would almost be a software worth picking up the Plus membership for 99 bucks and then going and getting the software. It's only on for 2 days right here. I would estimate that the next time that Minvo will come back is probably going to be Black Friday. I would think that that would be a software that is going to come back on Black Friday, but you never know, right? And so this is an opportunity. Go check it out. And then there is also VideoTap came back for last call as well. And so this is one that I went tier 3 in. I use it to write my blog posts and so forth using video first. It does have some capabilities like Minvo as well. So if you want kind of an all-in-one that's going to do really well with blog posts, it also creates Twitter posts for you, and it can also chop up your videos into short form content. It's not, I don't think it's as good at doing that as Minvo, but it could definitely do the job. VideoTap is worth checking out as well. They're back for a last call as well. Okay, so let's go get started. We're going to go look at Alphana. And that is, use this AI-powered content manager to turn your video into 30 plus content types in record time. It looks like they're just over 4 stars right here with just 5 reviews. They're getting a little slow start on the platform, and they might have just, at this point, there has been a lot of these types of softwares. I mean, Minvo is kind of like one of these as well. VideoTap is like this as well. There's Cast Magic that has been on this platform, 6 months to a year ago. There's been other ones as well. So there has been a lot of these types. I think I've just recently on the channel. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, guys. Unifier was also a content repurposing tool that is probably still on AppSumo. So let me go and just check that out as well. Unifier is also still available. So if you're interested in these types of tools, go check out Unifier review as well. Alphana is definitely not a new idea in any way, but it'll be nice to see the interface and see what they have to offer and if it's any better than all those other tools. But it is a very similar tool to those other tools. Okay. So that is kind of an introduction. It's not really, I mean, you can say it's a copy AI and Jasper alternative, but I think that these are doing way more than these softwares over here, because it's actually taking your video content or your podcast content and it is turning it into LinkedIn posts, short form clips, blogs. I don't know what AI cards are, but that's cool. It's doing over 30 different things immediately from video first or podcast first, audio first content. That is how I like to create content. That's how my learnwirepro.com website is growing, is because I create videos first. That's what creates this unique, exclusive content that is different than anything that you're going to find online. And so I definitely recommend too, with all of the algorithm updates and just creating a brand with video first is going to be a great way to go about content creation and even your website content and blogging. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go check this out. I'm going to actually pause real quick and go watch the introduction. I do like to watch the introduction before I continue the review, just to make sure that there's nothing I'm leaving out. So I'll be right back. Okay, perfect. So I watched the video. I kind of ended on that. Let me refresh that. That's funny. Look at his face right there. I'll go and refresh this so we don't have to have that weird pause right there. So yeah, I got the gist of it. It's exactly what I was thinking that it was. I will say, without even jumping into it, the user interface looks crisp, clean, more developed and mature than the other softwares that we have been looking at, even VideoTap and so forth. So that might be a highlight. That is something that a lot of people, I'm not really sure how much you weigh in on that, but I personally think that it reflects the software itself, the UI, the UX, the way that the software and the way that the software looks On the outside, it's kind of like going and buying a car. You go and have two cars of the same model, same year. One has dents on it and has the paint is faded versus one that just looks superb, like it just got a fresh waxing, just got washed, and there's no cosmetic problems with the car. That is a little bit like how I look at software and the user interface of it, right? And so it does look pretty nice and crisp, but we're going to go look real quick. I want to go and just look at the plans real quick because I'm not going to read through all of that right there, but you have license tier 1 at $49. You get 500 AI credits. I'm not sure what the AI credits are, how many AI credits are used when you're using it for a blog post, et cetera, et cetera. We'll hopefully figure that out during this review. You're going to get 2 hours of video upload per month. 10 cards per page. Not really sure what the cards are. We'll figure that out when we dive into the software. 1 video hour per upload. I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe that's your max. So if your podcast is an hour and a half or your webinar is an hour and a half, you're not going to be able to use tier 1. You're going to need to step into tier 2 is what it sounds like to me. It'll only handle that length of video, right? And if you just don't want to ever worry about the length of the video, then you're going to need to step into tier 3. Looks like they have tier 4 as well, but let's go into license tier 2, $119, 1,500 AI credits, 5 hours of upload per month, 15 cards and 2 hours per video. License tier 3 is 5,000 AI credits, 15 hours of video upload per month, 20 cards, 3-hour content video per upload. And then license tier 4 is $599, 15,000 AI credits, 45 hours of video upload per month. I believe on the Menvo, it's around 600 something bucks and you get 50 hours. So seems like their pricing, they've seen the other pricing models and they're right on point with all the other, for the most part, with the other AI models as well. So or the other softwares that have been launched on AppSumo. So pretty good stuff right there. The pricing matches the other softwares. It's competitive, but certainly just looking at this, you just need to go ahead and calculate. I think you would definitely need tier 3. This is one of those ones where I wouldn't recommend tier 1 or tier 2 because you have to really do the math, like 5 hours worth of content. Like if you're only doing 4 videos per month, then you could get away with like license tier 2. But like for me, for example, if I wanted to do, if I had an average of 20 minutes per video, and you guys know I produce 30-minute videos and so forth, but let's just say an average of 20 videos per video, 20 minutes per video. And so for each hour, every 60 minutes, that's 3 videos, right? So if you take 5 hours, that's only going to be 5 times 3. I don't even need a calculator. So I'd be able to do 15 videos. This would be almost doable for me, but it wouldn't be enough, right? If I ended up doing 16 videos that month or 20 videos, and some of those videos were over 20 minutes, I would already be over my limit. So that's where I definitely recommend tier 3, and then you're going to have more than enough. This is going to basically suit solopreneurs, even people like me that are doing a ton of uploads and a lot of content. You're going to be 30, 45 videos. So this would be able to handle 45 videos per month at 20 minutes each. A lot of you are going to do 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, not doing 20-minute videos. So I definitely think license tier 3 is definitely like the way to go for about 90% of people. But when you come down into here to license tier 4, if you want to actually even offer this as a service or something like that, or you don't ever want to even come close to burning out your hours per month, then go ahead and get license tier 3. But I think the sweet spot right here, just under $300, license tier 3 is the way to go. All right, so let's go jump in real quick. Just right here, this is this first question. Is there a WordPress integration? There is not yet. They're planning on a Zapier integration along with webhooks and API. So it looks like right over here. However, so the free trial is requiring a credit card. That's super annoying. Before even doing that, I would almost, if you guys are going to want to test the software out, I recommend just getting tier 1 and then getting a refund if you don't like the software. I don't like giving a credit card out at all for free trials. I'm like almost against it. So, I guess in a sense, that's kind of bad advice as well, because it just makes the software look bad. This is just a really bad way to launch, guys. I wouldn't do this. To make people give a credit card just to try a software out, and their excuses that they want to prevent bots and so forth, but they can easily monitor the email coming in, and if it's an actual legitimate name, and just remove the accounts. This is just not the best way to start off, because if you're basically telling people to go ahead and just purchasing the software and then getting a refund if you don't like the software, that hurts the vendor, but they're kind of doing it to themselves by requiring that. So just a couple interesting things to note right here. So I'm actually going to go and sign up, kind of contemplating what is the pricing. So it's $49. I guess I will go and just purchase tier 1 so I can get this review for you. Okay, so we are inside the dashboard. Make sure to go in the video description and look at the video chapters or timestamps of this video, because it is going to be a long review. We're barely getting into the software review and we're at around the 12-minute mark. So that's why I'm going to provide video chapters for this one. This one was just one of those ones where I needed a long introduction, and then I also wanted to tell you about a couple of the deals going on. All right, so this is what it looks like. These are just applications that you can go and practice what's going on, but we're not going to go into that. We're going to actually go and just start a new project right over here. So I'm going to go over to LearnWire and find a video. Let's go and just check out our latest video, Quick Creator. So I'm going to grab that one. I'm going to grab the video URL, go back into Alphana and go to Create New. And they do have these different workflows. So they have some that you're able to use and borrow from: coaching, follow-up email, ebook, lead magnet ideas, quiz creation template. So it looks like you can kind of create your own workflows and use custom prompts and so forth right here. I'm going to go ahead and use a YouTube content workflow and just see what that is, but you can go and create marketing content. You can summarize the video. You can surprise me, pick a template for you, 5 short form clips. We're going to go back and we're going to look at this. This might be something new that they just added. Viral hook generator, 5 short form clips. I want to look at this one after we go and research the rest of this, because I'm not sure if this one actually chops up your video into short form clips like some of all the other softwares like VideoTap, Minvo, Castmagic, all those, Unifier, all those different ones we've looked at, they all do that. So let's go over here and just look at YouTube content workflow, select that one and put the YouTube URL right there and then say generate. Boom. So it's going to go out and generate. Well, apparently this takes about 60 seconds. But that just populated right away. So right now it's going to go and populate everything. We can add new cards. Add cards to customize the kind of content to create, repurpose video into clips. So it looks like they've added that feature, which is perfect. I think that when they created the tutorial video that I just saw, they didn't have that ability, but it looks like they have added this in, which was very important in order to compete with all those other softwares. So that's really, really cool. As you can see, the wheels are turning. It's coming up with some stuff right over here, thumbnail options. While it's formulating all those, we'll just go down. I'm going to look at all of these that it's creating right here for us already. So we have the Quick Creator review. I'm going to select that. And we have the video right here. We can come down here and look at the YouTube description right here. Discover the powerful features of Quick Creator, an AI-driven platform designed to help content creators, marketers, and agencies brainstorm and enhance blog visibility online. Learn about its various tools for generating SEO, optimized content, user-friendly customization options, and the multiple licensing tiers available. Join us as we explore the functionalities and evaluate the performance. It does a really, really good job. We can go and select Ask AI. It's still processing. Until it's done processing, it's working on timestamps right there as well. Now, normally this is the workflow of YouTube right here, but you can also come up here, I believe, you can click this transcript button and it will automatically give you the transcript for your video, which is super cool. You can share this project and you can view the transcript right here by just going like that. It's going to take us to the transcript right here with the timestamps and everything. You can actually copy this. You can bring this into ChatGPT, bring it into Claude, do other things with it if you wanted to. Right over here, it's recognized the speaker as only one speaker, which is true. Super cool. We'll go back over here. And you can just tell there's going to be a ton of stuff in this software to go over with you guys. All right, so there's the YouTube description. It's going to create all this content based off of the number one thing that it's doing with the video is it's transcribing it, right? It's transcribing the video so that it knows the full context and everything very detailed about the video or the podcast or whatever you upload. And then that's where it's able to come out and do all of this. I want to click the Ask AI button right over here. We can actually go and tell it to create a longer one and be very specific. And we can tell it what we want right there, which is cool. Exit out of that. So you can always ask the AI. There's also 3 dots on every card. They call these cards. We can edit the prompt, AI card instructions, so you can get different results, and then you can save your workflow to be very specific, and you could even give it some knowledge base and so forth. So a lot of things you can do. You can regenerate the content, rename the card, copy the content, or you can delete the card as well. Okay, so a lot of options right there. And for whatever reason, you can also move this, or you can move the order. So if we wanted to move the order right there, we could move the order for this workflow right here. So time-stamped clips right over here. Let's go. You could download that one. So let's see how many it came up with. So we have the introduction to the Quick Creator, a comprehensive, and then it says in this video, Michaela from LearnWire introduces Quick Creator. You can enable the captions right there. You can do landscape mode. You can go into vertical 9x16 or square mode right there. So let's just go into the 9x16 on this first one. So it did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It created 7 clips for us off of this video here. All different titles and so forth as well. I want to look at the prompt based on this video. Here it is, guys. Here's the prompt, and you can say create 15. You can adjust this full thing right here. So based on this video, please select 5 to 8 noteworthy clips that are 30 to 60 seconds long. Each clip should begin with a strong hook or statement. It should be direct and dive right into the point. Please refer to the transcript to find a suitable starting and end point. Strictly only use timestamps from the transcript and include the milliseconds from it to clip it correctly. So you can change this. If we wanted 10, you would just change that right there. If you wanted these to be 45 seconds long right there, or 20 seconds or whatever, you can change this workflow right over here. I'm very, very impressed because, and it's even, look at, it's pulling that we did a 4.5 and that it was true 4.5. It was actually a 4. I believe we gave it a 4, but that's pretty dang close. So this looks already, from the looks of it, it's taking care of all of the content creation needs that you would ever need, and then some, because you can customize the software. And to be honest with you, if it didn't have this in here right here, I was going to dock it probably a full star. But the fact that they have this already, they've added this in because there was just such a massive demand for it, is what it looks like. This is going to be huge. So far, so good. All right, so 9x16, let's just say we want to push the download button. We'll go and check it out real quick. Okay, so here's what, when you download it, here's what ends up happening. I don't know if this is because I'm on a Mac. You know, I always definitely consider that, where it's like, oh, well, I was on a Windows and it worked just great, or vice versa, right? So this is what, like, the coding of what you're getting. When you push the download button, like download, this is the file right here. We've got to go and search for an app to open it and so forth. So it's not downloading an MP4. There's no MP4, so I'm not really sure what's going on right there. Maybe I can push play right here.
Hey everyone, Michaela with LearnWire here, and today...
So this is just the full video. There's no 0 to 34 seconds right here.
Hey everyone.
I'm not seeing the actual video. I guess we could push the download button right there, but that's the whole 21-minute video.
Below that, we can select our primary keyword.
Okay, so there we go. So the download button, the download right here, I'm not sure what that is. But you can go and let's just say I want to go with the 9x16, and then I come up here and then I try to push download right over here. I'm going to push download. That one downloaded the MP4 file, and let's see, but it's in landscape mode, right? So in order to change it, so we do have that, and then you can also see that it's extremely blurry. So there is some issues, in my opinion. When we push the download button, we're not getting an MP4 file that is ready to go, that is not blurry, that is, high definition and so forth. So this doesn't seem to be working. And then when we use the download button right here, it is going to only download in landscape mode, and it does not look like it is ready for prime time, like ready to be uploaded, because it's super, super blurry. There's no high definition or anything like that. So the timestamp clips, I'm sure they're going to fix this. So I'm not worried that they're not going to fix this. This is probably a very new card that they created, and they're probably still working out the kinks. So I'm not going to really dock them much for that because I know that that's going to get fixed. This is where everyone's going to be complaining about this right here. So it's going to get fixed. Other than that, I like the workflow. I like that it created all these and we can select this and it'll be a very, very nice workflow once that is fixed. So timestamps and chapters, it created these right over here. Now, again, you can go to Ask AI and you can actually tell it how many you want it to. Like for me, I would tell it to create, 10 main parts of the video or 8 parts of the video. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we would want a little bit more than that. I'm not sure, but there's the timestamps. Thumbnail options, content generated failed. Please delete and try again. So that one didn't work. As you can see, something's not really working. Thumbnail options, I want to regenerate content and just see if we can get this to work for us again. All right, thumbnail options, I'm going to select that right there. Upgrade your plan. Your current plan only allows adding up to 10 widgets. Okay, so let's see. If we go to thumbnail and we go to delete, so we have 10. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's more than 10 on here. Not really sure what that meant, where I'm not able to add another card here, but it looks like we have more than 10 over here, but it says our limit's 10 and we need to upgrade. Not quite sure what that is. And then if we go back in over here, okay, so there's the 10 cards per page on license tier 1. So that's what that's referring to. So so that's very important for you guys to know. The longer the workflow that you plan on creating, that's going to matter what tier you purchase as well. So this is going to be like a max, what we're looking at over here, 10. I don't think that this one counts right there. So then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one has more than 10, but because I'm using a default one that somebody else created, maybe it's letting us get away with that. But if you create your own, you're only going to be able to do 10 on tier 1. Just keep that in mind, okay? So what I could do is actually come over here and delete that one. And that got rid of it. And then if I wanted to add a card, you would come over here. This almost reminds me of like what you see is what you get website designing, right? Where this is like, we're going to create another section here. So we'll push plus there. I'm going to see if I can add the thumbnail. Like I said, I don't think it's going to let us because we already have, right there. We'd have to remove a couple more of these in order to do that. I'm going to remove the timestamped clips. Now the timestamp notes and chapters. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get rid of that since you guys got a look at what that looked like. We're going to go ahead and remove that. And then we'll go in over to title ideas right over here. These are your title ideas. A couple little weird things going on with these slashes at the beginning and end of these. These could be some titles for your video or your article. Top 10 indie horror films. You won't believe these spine-chilling indie horror films right over here. So those are actually some, that's what the video, there was a section in here that had that in the content, but that's not what the actual, these should be more like review. These should be more like a quick creator review. So this part right here was not very impressive because it's actually picking a small portion of the video where she actually was using these indie horror films in the AI writer as a title. And it figured that took it literally. And then it decided to create those titles based off of that. So that it didn't do a good job on the title. It should be reflective of the actual overall video. So catching those things right there like that, right, are important in these reviews. Okay, so we were able to add thumbnail options again. Let's see if it actually goes and creates some thumbnails for us for this video. It says, hang on, your images are processing. All right, so while it's creating the thumbnail options, hopefully it's going to create those. Let's go back up. YouTube description right over here. Oh, so we already did that one. AI images right over here. It's created some, I'm going to push the expand button right here, and it's created these artistic representation of the website design customization. I don't know, let's see, a surreal dreamscape where a giant hand is customizing a website interface in the sky. Let's see the abstract representation of our website customization. So let's go look at what the prompt is. Pretend you are a graphic designer generating blah, blah, blah. First, you will analyze the video transcript and come up with a concept of the art. Then you will give me 4 different prompts that I can feed into it. Make sure they are creative and different from each. So this concept of this is super cool. You can actually come over here and change to, you could use Midjourney, DALL-E 3, and Dolby 2 and Midjourney's coming soon. Stable Diffusion. Oh, that'll be amazing when they actually have those. But just knowing that they're on the plate, the plan, that is going to be great. But right now, just Dolly 3 so far. You can go and change all kinds of settings for the images. But I love the custom prompt engineering that is allowed within your custom workflow that you're creating. I haven't seen this done with Castmagic. I haven't seen this done with Minvo or VideoTap or Unifier, or there's been many other softwares that are, content repurposers. This one is taking it to a whole nother level with custom prompts and you full control over your workflow. Now, and then it created 4, so we could actually change it to create 5 or 6 or whatever, right? Now, these are going to be created. It would be one thing that would just be amazing to create inside of here is for it to give us images within the video at certain time. Like give me 8 screenshots within the video, because VideoTap does that. It gives screenshots within the video, which for tutorial style videos and so forth are really great as well. That would be cool if we could work that in as well. Now she's talking about Quick Creator. It's just giving us some AI images. I mean, this right here, that's creative, but it's, none of these are really have to do with the actual software itself. So, I could see myself maybe using one of these. You push the download button here, maybe using one of these for the cover. Or the featured image or something like that. Maybe a couple of these you could sprinkle in the article, and then also, you would probably want to take some screenshots. So that would be a cool feature for them to add, is the ability to automatically grab a certain amount of screenshots within the video. And those are really great to use within your article that you're going to be creating. Now and on to another card, email newsletter. Go and expand this right over here. I'll give you a look at what the prompt looks like right over here. You can pause the video and look at that. Latest episode, dive into the world of Quick Creator. Hello, everyone. We're thrilled to bring you the latest episode of blank. This week, we dive deep into podcast name. So what you would want to do, what they want you to do is come in here, and then you're going to go, please use brackets to indicate where the podcast name is. Obviously, we would change this. It's not a podcast. It's a YouTube channel. You would customize this prompt and save it. So then when it creates this, it's going to say LearnWire. It's going to say episode of LearnWire right here, stuff like that, right? Our latest video of LearnWire. So you're going to go customize that prompt. Once you have everything set up, you're going to save this template, and then you're going to be good to go every single time after that. So super, super cool. This just gets you a really nice start and a foundation to your content. So a platform designed to revolutionize the way you brainstorm blog ideas, titles, boost your blog's visibility online. Highlights from the episode, meet Quick Creator. So here you go. Quick Creator is a versatile tool founded by Tony. It has a high 4.5 star taco rating, promises highly responsive support, key features. This is really, really good. Gives you the key features, licensed tiers, right over here, the pricing, and that does look accurate. And then you have easy blog management. You can also create your own blog with it as well. Customization at best. So this is at its best. So tune in now, don't miss out, listen to the full episode, and then a link. So you're literally just sending traffic back to get more traffic and eyeballs from your email list on your video. You're not even being salesy. You're not selling anything. You're just trying to get people to go watch your podcast episode or watch your YouTube video. This is impressive. I like the email right there. People that like to read and like to read like more like a newsletter. This is really, really nice right over here. Super, super cool stuff. Now here's the thumbnails. Here's the thumbnail options. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So never mind. We would just use thumbnail options, because it's grabbing these images are screenshots within the video. Now, I don't know why it's blurry. Let's go and download and see if it's actually blurry, because if not, then that's kind of a... So yeah, look at this, guys. So it's a blurred image. That's an issue that needs fixed. So I'm notating this stuff. These are going to dock them some points because this is not ready. Like this is not usable. We cannot use these images right here. They're blurry. Excuse me. So these images are blurry. I'm not sure how we can actually get them to not be blurry, right? But this is what I'm talking about. You would just download these and use these in your article, which is great. So I like the concept of here. These, I don't know if I'd use these as my thumbnail, or you could bring these into Canva and then put some text over them and still use it as that as well. But these, I would more so use these in the blog article, but they are not They are blurry images. I would need to reach out to support. They do have support over here. We could go to messages and we could just go and ask them. And if I end up keeping the software or upgrading, you better believe I'll be letting them know the things that they need to fix. But yeah, these images, this is impressive, but then also they're not usable right now because they're really, really blurry. Something wrong going on there. Super cool stuff right there though. We have the LinkedIn with key takeaways right over here. And this would be a LinkedIn post that it created with some hashtags and so forth. It even added in Quick Creator as a hashtag, which is great. Content creator, SEO tools, blogging, marketing, great hashtags that it picked. We have a Twitter thread post right over here. So a long form post right here for Twitter or X. We have a blog post. So if you wanted tweets, there's probably a way to create tweets as well. Expand right over here. So here's a blog post. Elevate your blogging game with Quick Creator. Imagine having the power to generate engaging SEO, blah, 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 the power of AI. So we could tell it to not have emojis. I'm sure there's a place that says to add emojis. Yeah, so use a related emoji for each one. We would just not do that to be more professional. I like how it's short paragraphs. It's very straight to the point. It's not bringing in like a person approach, but you could do the first AI. You could do the AI right here, and you can tell it, I want first person, I want this, and you can fully prompt it right over here. Now, the next question, of course, is what large language model are they using? Let's go and see if we can find out in the questions section. We'll come over here and we'll say LLM, and let's see, are you planning to add other LLM? Will you be adding more languages? And then what LLM, Claude? So we may add more languages in the future. And then regarding the LLMs, yes, we're definitely planning to add more LLMs to our platform like Claude, Sonnet. So I don't know what they're using right now. They're probably using ChatGPT. I don't know if they're using ChatGPT 4.0 or what. Let me go see if I can figure it out. Chat is not in there. I'm not seeing anybody else that asked. They don't specify right here. So we don't know what they're using. And when you don't, kind of almost, when you're not excited about what you're using, it's usually not 4.0, not really sure. But I could see the content. I wouldn't post this the way that it's currently being written. I wouldn't post this. I would want better. Let's see how much content that actually did create for us. Right click, word count. It created a 400-word blog post. That's just not going to get the job done. There's no tables. There's no things like that. So blog post using this. So that's where this kind of comes in. Like VideoTap does better for blog posts. This blog post I wouldn't really be able to use, but then for all the other workflows that we're looking at, Alfana is great. So you just have to kind of know those things. There's not a perfect tool that exists is what we're really learning here. YouTube, SEO and keywords, 25 topical keywords. So these are just basically like the things that you could use, your YouTube tags. But you have to be careful with this because look, indie author horror games, right? That was just something that was mentioned inside the video, but the whole part of the video is not about indie horror games. So you don't want to remove that and you don't want to check. It seems like it got most of the other stuff pretty decent right there. So that's just one blog post, or that's just one workflow. Now you can come over here and you can actually save as a template right here. You can give it more custom instructions right over here for all of the global. You can give a backstory, a branding right here, app instructions. So you can really kind of start off with a knowledge base right there. I like that option right there. You can duplicate this workflow. You can share workflows with other people that have the software and give them a link to this, and then they would have your workflow, which is super cool. And then I'll go with save this template, and then maybe, we say LearnWire YouTube, something like that. Save template, right? So now you'd have a new template, and we go back to home. You would be able to come up and do a create new, and then you would have your workflow right here. You would select it, and then you'd put a link in here, and then it would go to work on that, right? So they have all kinds of stuff going on here. You can see that there's a bunch, 5 YouTube short form clips. And then you'll paste your link there, and it's going to create just the clips for you, right? So you can have really small workflows. You can have a very elaborate workflow where it does everything for you in one workflow. There's a marketing one right here. Let's just do a marketing one for now. Let's go select a different video for fun. And let's go and just see. We're going to be taking this one right here, infography or infograph, however you want to pronounce it. I'll come back in here, marketing, and we'll put that in right there. And then I'll push generate. Okay, so this is just a smaller, just a marketing template. You get the summary, you do get a thread, X thread, you get an X post ideas, you get a LinkedIn post, blog ideas, blog post. We already know what all these other ones look like. I'm just going to go with blog ideas and then go and look at those. And then we can go and expand this, maximizing engagement with infographics on Pinterest, topics covered, the future of AI and content creation. So it's giving you like a small outline right here and different ways we can go about creating a blog post. It gives us a bunch of different blog post ideas, right? Then it gives us a blog post over here again, right over here. You can see what this looks like, but there's some things you're definitely going to need to look at right here, like these these backslashes right over here and stuff. You're going to want to look at those and so forth. I'm not as impressed with the blog post, and that's what I really like, these repurposing tools. So that's just something that we need to note, but I am impressed with most of the other stuff. And then what is this SEO keyword thing? SEO and long tail keywords. Expand. Here's all the SEO keywords: infographic creation tool, AI powered infographics, blogged infographic. So you can actually copy all those. Here's the long tail keywords and see if you could actually take these. And there's a long description. But what I'd like to do is maybe take all of these right here, which is super cool, and then go and use a unique prompt in Claude and write our blog post based off of a very specific lifetime deal on infographic software. It's very specific. So this part right here, the SEO and long tail keywords, is really, really great. I want to go and look at what this prompt is, right? SEO and long tail keywords to help people find this video on Google. So there's a prompt right here as well. And then I would take this in to probably a larger language model like Claude Sonnet 3, and we would go and write our post there. So that is, in a nutshell, it's a pretty loaded tool. There's a lot that you can do. Here's the app usage right over here. It's going to tell you how many minutes you've used, what tier you're on, video workflow, and then cards per page, right? So overall, and then here's what their website looked like, guys. And I just wanted to kind of see, like, hey, do they have traffic going to their website? It looks like it's just brand new, brand spanking new. They're launching on AppSumo. And then there's their daily pricing right over here. I'm not going to really go over that because we're very focused on AppSumo right now for the lifetime deal. This was Alfana, based on some of you guys suggesting me do a review on this. This one's kind of hard to score because there was some bugs. There was some things that didn't work. I am very impressed with the workflows, the customization. This is the most customized tool that I've seen like this. So it's got to get a lot of points for that. The user interface is very clean, easy to use, very, very straightforward. So with all that said, the fact that it had those blurry images, I had to regenerate a couple different things. The clips didn't work. I'm going to have to give a whole point deduction on that because there was just too many little things like that didn't work. Now, I'm very confident that Alfana is going to fix those things. They're definitely going to hear about it from the people getting this software. If you need to create custom workflows for every time you create a YouTube video or a podcast, this is probably the tool. You can probably get a really good blog post created based on your prompt. I'm just using it right out of the box, and that's I wasn't impressed with it, but I'm sure I can get better results for the blog post and so forth. Now, the ability to be able to add the images automatically in there, like VideoTap does for you, like the BlogFox review that I did as well. That's it wasn't launched on AppSumo or anything like that, but there's softwares out there that do better blog posts for you, that add in screenshots from your video and so forth. So those ones would be better tools most likely. But overall, this is a very impressive tool that has full customization, and it was fun to use this tool. So overall, I'm going to give it a solid 4.0. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. If you're going to be picking this one up, what tier are you going to be picking up? The link will be below to go right over to Alfana on AppSumo and pick up the lifetime deal. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.